6, the Greater Grand Rapids NAACP is criticizing the city's housing commission for cameras watching over a public housing community.
News 8's Byron Tollefson spoke with the organization's president and their public safety advisor about how they believe the Housing Commission's cameras are problematic. Byron?
Brian and Sue, the organization's president and public safety advisor, say the camera's facial recognition technology should be banned entirely for use by the city. This week, the Washington Post named Grand Rapids as one of 6 cities using facial recognition cameras, identifying anyone who walks by them. The report says Indigo Vision cameras, acquired through a $250,000 federal grant, are used to monitor for banned individuals and grant tenants access to buildings.
We're using all these cameras, and we're basing really important and serious decisions off of the information that we're receiving from cameras. But where are the guardrails? Okay, where are the guardrails to make sure that this is not being misused and abused?
On Wednesday, Housing Commission Executive Director Lindsay Reams denied the report, telling News 8, although cameras at Adams Park Apartments can have the ability to recognize faces, they currently do not have the necessary software for facial recognition. Reams added these capabilities would be available if they added that software, but Reams insisted they do not plan on using facial recognition in the future because they don't believe it's necessary. The Greater Grand Rapids branch of the NAACP opposes facial recognition technology, citing a breach in privacy, plus the disproportionate impact it has on Black people.
There have been several studies done over the years that have shown that it doesn't work well, especially when it comes to identifying Black people in particular. Facial recognition technology is notorious for misidentifying Black people.
While Reams insisted yesterday they won't use facial recognition, Greater Grand Rapids NAACP President Cleve Jackson says the Housing Commission needs to have a written policy in place stating that.
We have to be very careful when we are using these types of surveillance tools to address tenant violations and evictions.
So does Carlton Mayers, the special advisor for public safety for the NAACP. He says the city should entirely ban any of its departments from using it.
I do believe having a policy in place that prohibits facial recognition technology, so that way the statement that was provided by Grand Rapids Housing Commission, Public Housing Commission, is actually accurate, that we are not going to use this technology.
Mayers worries if that doesn't happen, it could be used in the future.
Even though they may not be okay with using facial recognition technology, they're not going to be in that role forever. Somebody else is going to take over that position, and they might have a vastly different perspective on that matter.
More importantly, he stresses that people actually living in public housing need to be a part of this conversation.
They need to be informed on what exactly is going on. And then I think that that's the biggest question to ask right now is how many of those current existing tenants or residents are actually knowledgeable that these cameras exist and that these cameras have facial recognition technology, even if it's not being utilized.
The Housing Commission Executive Director sent a statement to the Washington Post today claiming that when they originally told the paper they would use facial recognition, they were still in the process of installing the cameras. Now, at this point, they say they have no plans to use that technology. We'll see if they write a specific policy against it like the NAACP is calling for.